Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and it's time. Polkadot, we finally reached a new all-time high. It's taken a while to get there, but it's certainly ready for now for that 60% rally that we've been waiting. And it's been such a wait. We've had to wait a little bit for it. I've been very blessed to be involved with Polkadot since it was $5. And we rose very quickly, and we've taken a while now, but finally we've broken out, and it's so good to see. So over here, FX Street are talking about Polkadot being ready for a 60% rally. It's been a long time in the making, but the ecosystem of Polkadot and everything that it's up to is absolutely phenomenal. Over here in this article, they're talking about a $90 Polkadot, coming up in the next phase of its run. And finally, it's such a good project. The ecosystem of Polkadot is phenomenal. I've always been, a huge fan of them since they were $5.50. Loom and Polkadot. So Loom have said that they want to potentially enable developers to build dApps that are easily accessible across all major blockchains. And they're looking at Polkadot. So Loom is looking at Polkadot as a potential to put them on the network. So that would be really, really cool. And again, more and more people and more organizations and more things being built on it. It just keeps building up the ecosystem. So over here, Tony mentions, how he bought back when it was 19. And I think now we are ready for 90. So I think we can expect the next stop for Polkadot during its bull run is 90. And I think we're going to be seeing that over the coming weeks. So not coming days, over the coming weeks. For those of you that have been following Polkadot for a very long time, you know about the ecosystem and what they're up to and all the things that have been built on it. It's so good. Like the entire ecosystem of the Polkadot system is amazing. So Polka Markets partners with Moonbeam network to accelerate migration to Polkadot. So this is another project that is out there connecting with Moonbeam. Check it out. Very, very cool what they're up to and why the integrations are going to be important for scalability. And you could make a 3-hour video on everything that's currently going on inside the ecosystem of Polkadot, but I'm not going to bore you with a 3-hour video on Polkadot. Or comment below if you do want a 3-hour video on Polkadot. I'm not sure you guys want to hear me talking for 3 hours just about Polkadot, but if you do, let me know in the comments. Gavin Wood, he's mentioning here, the first parachain deployed on the West End perma-testnet. Next stop is CanaryNet. So this is another test that is currently going on. And obviously, for those of you who don't follow Gavin, you should follow Gavin. He is the founder of Polkadot. And I will highly encourage you to follow him. And also, of course, follow Polkadot on Twitter. So if you just go like that and actually find the company, here we go. And click the follow button on the Polkadot system. So incredible. Polkadot decoded May 19th to 20th. A huge online webinar that is occurring. Now, before we get onto that, you can now trade DOT on LaToken. So LaToken has just listed Polkadot as well. It's a massive exchange, and again, just reinforcing the Polkadot mission. And the more exchanges that accept, it's not available on all exchanges. We have to be reminded of that. It's not on all exchanges, and once it does go on every single exchange, it's going to be phenomenal. So Polkadot Decoded. So Polkadot Decoded is happening May 19th and May 20th. And these are very, very cool webinars that you can jump on. I love how they've used this system so you can pick which one you want to visit, which one you want to register for. That gives you the exact time of when they're going to be on. And so you don't have to watch the entire event. You can actually just jump on and listen to the ones that you're mostly interested in. And for me, I love these kind of webinar live decoded events. Normally, in a pre-COVID era, these events would happen on live stages. You'd buy your tickets, you'd go there for a 2-day seminar, and you'd learn all about them. Nowadays, in the COVID era, you jump on a webinar and you just listen to the ones that you want to listen to. And it's so cool because it is a star-studded event with so much happening on the system. It's really cool to really get a handle on these things, especially from a development point of view. So if you've been following the Polkadot ecosystem, you know that these are some of the best, the top 10 must-know substrate-based projects. Now, what does that mean? These are projects that are currently being built on the Polkadot system. So if you believe in Polkadot and its infrastructure, then these particular projects that are currently being built on it would make sense to learn more about them, what they're up to, and what they do. And again, knowledge is power. So the more you know, the better it gets, and the more educated you are on what is going on and you know the longevity of Polkadot, because Polkadot cannot get to $90, $200, $300 in the future without these being successful. So it's important to know about them, what they're up to, and what they bring to the table. Now, when I jump on a Tani and have a look at the candles and have a look what's going on, I mean, look at that green candle. I mean, that is super bullish. That is a massive green candle on the daily chart. And that is, you know, obviously like one of the main drivers that has pushed us to go above and break its previous all-time high. It touched 49.833 before obviously, you know, coming down now. And it's of course, it's normal, you know, to retrace a little bit after such an incredible rise. So very bullish, very green, and I love that. You know, like if we look on the 30-minute chart, you know what is going on right now, we can see we're making higher highs, and we'll be keeping obviously, you know, a close eye on that. On the hourly chart, you know, if we look at the hourly chart, of course now we're currently retracing, and so I think, you know, that could go down, maybe go down to probably about here, and then continue to push forward. But as we look forward into the weekly chart, we can see, you know, what is going on there. And from a weekly perspective, finishing the week above, you know, 49.77 and continuing above will mean that we have completely broken out of this particular pattern, which we've been sitting in there for, let's have a look here. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th week. So breaking out of there will mean that the 5-week reign, that will be very important, you know, to break out of there, and which means that we will definitely be on our way into the on our way to $90, which is really cool. So on the 30-minute chart, we can see what is happening now. And so let me go back into some of the drawings to show you what those look like. So if we look at the charts, this is basically, you know, not rough, but an explanation of what is going on right now. So we've broken out, and this was the line that we needed to break out of. So now what I think is going to happen is a retest of that line, and then push forward, and you know, go higher and higher. So that was originally what I thought, you know, was the line that needed to be broken, you know, to go above. But really 47 was the start of where it needed to break. So now that we've broken out of 47, we'll probably retest 47 and then continue to push. So for me, what does the longevity of Polkadot look like over the next coming years? Well, the future for Polkadot for me looks very bright, and I think Polkadot will shock a lot of people with its ecosystem and the way that it goes. So for me, it's a long-term hold. It's not something that you just let go now with 100% or 200% gains. For me personally, because I've done my research, it's a long-term hold. Now, not financial advisor, certainly no financial advice, but I'm just giving you my thoughts about how good this thing will be in the future. So from there, I think, you know, breaking into the 50s and above, and then continue to push into the 60s and beyond. So for me, what I'm looking for is, I'm not sure exactly yet how much the month will end, but I think we could potentially end the month in the 70s, if not higher. But I think 70s is very reasonable to end the month. Ending the month on 70, we'll probably hit 80, then push back down to 70 before we kick off and go to 90. So throughout this next phase of the Polkadot run, I'm expecting 90 as our next target, as the next spot of what we're going to achieve. From there, let's get to 90, and then from there, let's see how we develop and what else occurs so we can make the predictions of when the next phase will be and just how big that one will be. So if you learned something new today, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button. As always, thank you all so very much for the love, passion and support that you show the channel, and I cannot wait to see you on the next one.